Well, hi there. This is Kathy Crow here at the Crow Cottage. Thanks for joining me. And yes, I'm a bit late, but I'm actually surprised I'm even here since it is just before Christmas. So Merry Christmas to you in about 2 days, 1.5 days. I don't know. It's coming up so fast. And I have one more Christmas thing to show you. So Jeff's taking his nap, so I thought, oh, this is a good time to do it because this is going to take no time at all. I've got it pretty well prepped, so I'm going to put the camera down. We can get going. I am doing pretty good, of course, as always. You know, when you're already struggling. I fell on the stairs. Can you believe it? What a klutz! Because I haven't had any accidents on the stairs since we've lived here. I mean, I've kind of tripped on them a couple of times here and there, but oh my goodness. It was a full down flat sit and then slide, bump, slide, bump, slide, bump. 3 times I hit my bum. It was not pleasant, believe me. And I am feeling the effects of it still, but it's healing. That was about 4 days ago. I think it was Sunday that I did it. Sunday night. And I pretty much was just sitting on the stairs, not crying, but almost, just because I could not believe I had probably seriously wounded myself after I've already got so many issues going on. So anyway, now let me see if I can figure out how to get this placed, because I would like it to not be all wonky. Maybe it's better if I go this direction. Yeah, that's probably better. All right, so anyway, let me see if I can stretch it out here and make this work. I hate it when it's not like squared up, and it doesn't want to square up that way. So I'm going to move my embossing machine, because I kind of got it in the way here. I am seriously thinking of moving my craft room to downstairs, and then that way that will free up this bedroom, and that'll be nice. And then and the thing is that I see the birds out back. I don't see them up front because I don't have any bird feeders up front here. And I love watching the birds. They're so fun. Now in the summer they do fly up here, but mostly I just don't even see them. And so anyway, I would like to be able to. So I'm thinking maybe if I move my desk downstairs, then I'll be closer to Jeff. That'll be fun for him and me. And then also I can do this more at night like I used to when I was watching TV, because that has sort of limited me in my creativity, not being able to do that because all my craft stuff is up here. So I'm seriously considering it. This is the best bedroom in the house, and it has this beautiful view outside of my favorite 2 roses and a flowering cherry that I planted out there that's gorgeous, and an abelia, some other things. My little pansies are blooming right now. They're so pretty. And my neighbor across the street, she keeps her house really nice, and she always has really cool decorations. So I would be losing all that, but I would be seeing the backyard and the birds, and there are more flowers back there. And there is our TV down there too, and Jeff. Now, so I'm going to do Filled with Cheer. This is a really fun little set. It's been out for a while. I don't know if you're aware, but Stampin' Up! Is going to be having a celebration in January. January, I'm going to say 6th. I'm not sure. Kind of been out of the groove of things. And so I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. And any rate, I'm trying to get, it's dark because it's raining and it's just been a dark day today. It coordinates with this Filled with Fun set. Now, I don't remember if this was in the catalog or if this was an online exclusive, but it's a great set. It has all the dies that go with this little wagon. You can cut the cute little wagon out. It has all these little parts. The wheels, there's 2 wheels, and that's good because then you can cut out these 2 wheels with these wheels. There's also a wheel here, which is a solid one. And, you know, you've got birthday things with the balloons and the hearts and the banner. But the banner, there's the neat thing. That banner actually cuts out this beautifully. Much better than I expected it to. So I was very pleased about that. And then the wagon die cuts this wagon out and this wagon. So we don't have dies for these two things, but you'll see how easy it is to do that. And you have these little handles and all. It's a great set. It's very cute. I like the Sending Loads of Christmas Cheer. I might even have that one saying in something else. Now, so what I did for this first card is I've already done a lot of things so that you can see these projects completed today. I'm not going to be taking too much time. I know Jeff's not going to take a ton of time to do his nap. and so I just am going to try to zip through things fairly quickly as I zip along in my babbling on and on words. I hope you are ready for Christmas. It is here. Whether you are really ready or not, it's pretty much here. We have just a couple more days. Some of us have celebrated it already. We went to Boise, actually Nampa, to be with our son and his new wife and our other son and his two children, delightful children. I might add, as grandma, of course, I'm not at all biased, but they are very fun. And that was wonderful. So we kind of already had our Christmas there. Although we did not open presents or anything, I did buy something. It wasn't quite adequate. So I ended up having to buy something else. You know, it is hard to shop for kids anymore. Just really hard. It was super easy for us, I think. I don't know why. Probably because I'm very nostalgic. Now, this is a die I brought out that's like super old. It's a layered one. I really like the layered ones. And so I cut out real red, you know, with a couple of these. The big one I saved, and that was on the card that I did in the newsletter today. So this part is this part here cut out, and then I just layered it. Now, if you're wondering what this little dog is, he's from a set that was called Sugar and Spice, and Everything Nice. I don't remember, but it had 4 little pup dog. You know, it had 4 little boys, and this is like the puppies, and this dog was in it. Anyway, it's a super cute little set. Very old, from the 90s, I believe. But that little dog fit in this wagon with a funny little expression on his face. And I just did the presents and whatnot and layered them on there. So, anyhow, that was the card. Oh, I forgot to mention, this is designer, I think this is Details. Design Details. What is that one? I better get it out. I'm not really sure. I thought I would have time to get to that set, but I never did. I was sick the week that I was planning on doing. Oh, it's nothing like what I thought it was. It's called Decorative Trees. My newsletter was wrong. Decorative Trees. It's really a nice set. It has all these Christmas tree dies. Oh, I had so much fun doing those dies. So anyway, that is one leftover tree from that set. I made so many cards with that set. That was so fun. That was a blast. But anyway, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to just layer this on here. It's very easy to do that, and you can get it centered really well. And then the snowman, I think what I did with him, what did I do? I think I took a very light Copic pen and kind of colored the sky with B000 or something like that. And then I also used a light yellow pencil and kind of tried to get a little bit of a glow around the snowman. Unfortunately, the pencil dragged some of the green ink from my from my tree pencil, because I'd used the pencil on the tree after I'd colored it with our alcohol inks. I thought I'd get a little bit of detail in the tree branches with a pencil, a dark pencil, and then my pen dragged some of it in there, but it's all good. And then real red and some smoky slate and black and bronze and just pencil, I think, for those those little ornaments. And then this is still from the same set. I just cut the poinsettia out. That's going to go in the corner. And then we'll stamp all the sentiments at the end. I'm just going to get all of these pictures put together for the main bit, and then we'll work on it. Oh man, I'm having a hard time. I know I have a dimensional package out. That is not, I thought I did. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I need to start out a new sheet. These are all minis, and I don't want any minis, so. Anyway, very fun. So today is a wet day, and I suppose people who like snow would be terribly disappointed with that, but I like it. Oh, I can't do that yet. I forgot. I'm going to put a sentiment right on here. So let's stamp that before I get this on, because I think this warm hello is going to be kind of cute. It's too late for me to send this out, of course, for Christmas, and so this can just be a thank you note, actually. So we'll do a warm hello. I think that's going to fit right here quite nicely. And that'll be easy. I've been struggling with, now my latest round is with acid reflux. Can you believe it? I'm just having all kinds of issues. And I could blame it on the medication I was taking. I could just blame it on a bad stomach that showed up out of nowhere. And who knows? All I know is it's been unpleasant. But I think I'm finally starting to get on the other side of that. I think that's what's been messing up my sleep a great deal. I'm sleeping sitting up mostly. That's so fun. Now, I know many of you that are listening to this are thinking, been there, done that. And you're probably sympathetic, but you know it'll get better, so you're probably not too concerned about it. But me, on the other hand, I'm like, I have not sent out the prayer request for other than to my wonderful stamping team. We pray for each other, and I am so grateful for you guys, because you have helped God. You have gotten God's attention, and He loves to bless us, but He also likes us to ask. And I have been having Jeff and I are asking, but I've been having everybody I know ask to heal me, Lord, because I need it bad, and I have needed it all along, but He has helped heal my heart too. You always need that. I guess somebody might not need it, but I know I always do. So now the thing I like about this die set, that's this layered one, is it has these notches. That makes it much easier for me to center it. So that one is done. All I have to do is just glue it onto my base 5.5 by 8.5 card, and that one is finished. Isn't it cute? And so easy, so super easy. Oh, I forgot. Let's get this guy on here too. Do not want to neglect that part, because it just adds that little extra something in the corner. So cute. Right there. Just kind of ties it together. Now, for the next one, this one is a little bit more complicated. We're going to get the wagon in here on this one. I didn't even bother using the wagon on that other one. Now here's how that banner die cuts the light string. Very nice, isn't it? This I did fussy cut out already, colored and fussy cut. This one, these I did with the dies, colored them and did the dies. This is actually from a wonderful little ephemera set. Is that how you say it? E-P-H-E-M-E-R-A. Maybe it's ephemera. It's from the Little Bit Festive DSP. I've got one of my skates from that set here, ready to go. But I put a few of these pieces, some of the ones that I liked the best from the ephemera set. A Little Bit Festive DSP. Now, all these things are going to be, if they're not already on last chance list, they will be. They might even be gone. So get in there and see if they're still available, because they're very cute. Very easy to make a nice little card. So I would have to trim this, but then you just slap that on there, and put your label on, and that would be a card. Oh, look at you. This is another thing that, oh, this goes with this. So you put that with that. Oh, you've got you little gingerbread boys. You're so cute. I love gingerbread. Oh, and the cocoa. That is so wonderful. This little wreath. Now you could have the wreath being held by the bear or separate. There's little borders. Now this is just a very small sampling of what there is in this ephemera set. There's a bunch. So it's very easy and fast if you are like to make cards, but oh, this wreath is one I colored. I'm not sure what that set. Oh, it's from the skates. That's what it's from, and I was going to put it with the skates. But anyhow, so I pulled these out. I thought I wasn't sure if I had enough Christmas projects to do all of my Facebook Lives, but then didn't end up doing all the Facebook Lives, so I did not even need to get that going. But I did want to show it to you so you knew that little festive DSP is available still, I suspect. I don't know. It might be gone because it was a really good one. But this is one piece from it, and we're going to use it with our little snowman today. Now, what I did is I took a piece of black. I didn't mount this on here all that well. I kind of flubbed on one side. I might want to trim that. It's good enough. This is a piece of Pool Party, and if you recall, we had this, I think it's still in the catalog, this birch tree embossing folder. I embossed it, and then I tried to get my white ink and ink it up, but the trees weren't really coming out as well as I wanted. So then I took my Versamark and I just laid it on the trunks and the branches. I should have taken my embossing buddy and rubbed it, at least some on here. I didn't. So I had a bunch of powder. When I did the powder and shook it off, a whole bunch of it was here. So I had to take my paintbrush and get that off. But as you can see, it mostly did. And I kind of like the snowy effect anyway. There's, a little bit of wind brushing some snow off those trees. So I didn't mind. Before I did the embossing, I took a marker and just did the little spaces there to make that stand out. And yeah, it turned out really quite nice. Very easy to do. But what we need, this is going to be a nice little background, but we want these little trees on here. So let me take one of these minis and put you up here at the top. So we have at Celebration this year, instead of it being $50 to get something free, you will be spending $60. They raised that $10 so that you can help them stay in business. We do want them to stay in business. They have a new catalog. That's a mini catalog that's coming out with that Celebration. And actually, most of the demonstrators are probably using it right now. Look at you. You've got another one right there. I have not gotten started on that yet. I'm saving myself for a little later in the season because I wasn't even getting to all of these things that I had already purchased. So I have delayed my pre-order things until after everyone else is ready to order. So we'll see what I get, because sometimes when you do that, that doesn't fare well. So we'll just see what I get. There's a really cute little storybook. Characters, little bunnies. I'm always a bunny fan. That is in the new little mini catalog. So I know I'm going to want that. I don't know if I'm going to get it, but I'm going to try. Now the wagon. You're so cute. Sometimes I like to trim the white off. I'm just saying, I'm kind of weird that way. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to put my little... my computer, if you keep hearing this ding, 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 the Windows sound, that is just my computer repeatedly, in fact, telling me that it must restart. So I'm not sure why it's decided to be so insistent upon it, but it is. All right, so I'm going to put, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that wheel right on to that spot, and then I'll do this one on here the same way. And the reason is because I want to make sure my wheels are right at the bottom of the card. And if I just leave it to chance, it might not be. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my another dimensional right on top here. And then we'll get the whole thing the same level. So it's not, so the wheels aren't sticking way up or down, actually, is what they would be doing. Well, anyway, so we had the best flights we have had in the last 5 years. I kid you not. Flights have gotten miserable. So much so that Jeff and I decided we preferred to drive 3 days rather than fly. Especially Jeff decided that. I wasn't quite as fond of the drive. He likes to drive. He drives the whole way, so I can't complain. I don't even have to drive at all. He does it. That fits right in there. Isn't that cute? I do really like this snowman. He has a very nice smile. I think usually Stampin' Up! Snowmen are smiling very happily, and I appreciate that. You don't want a crabby snowman. Or I don't even like one that has a weird look on his face. I don't want him to have a weird look on his face. It's got to be a nice, jolly snowman. Like Santa. Santa needs to be jolly. Jolly in a good way, not in a weird, creepy way. All right, so anyhow, we did both going and they're 5.5 hour flights that ended up being, I think, coming back like 4.5 hours. So we got a tailwind. It was lovely. I think we get that a lot coming this direction. Going, it's the whole 5.5 hours. Now you're going to want to tuck that in a little bit. And now we've got that right there. Oh, that is so cute. And then you can put your little Christmas light strand on it. And I'm going to just, I think instead of doing dimensionals, I'm going to do a dot of glue. And just glue that sucker right on there. But I really liked having the dies cut that out so nicely. Sure made it a lot easier for me. All right, so now that is that. And then we are going to do the little sentiment. So let's grab a little scrap of white. Oh, I've got a scrap right here. In fact. Okay, and we're going to do sending you loads of cheer from this set. Now, I could have the handle sticking up here, but as you can see, I don't have a lot of room for the handle. And I don't want the handle interfering with my little snowman at all. He's too cute. Too cute to cover up. And I don't want more red on this card, so I'm going to just do it again in black. And it'll show up really good. And then I'll show you what die I'm going to be using. So I don't know if these dies, I know they were on the clearance rack for a while because I don't know why they get rid of these things. Now this one I thought was a classic set for dies. So yeah, I don't know why they get rid of these things. If they are or were, oh, this is going to be too big. I want it to be very skinny. So I'm going to have to, so this is deckled dies, deckled rectangles. Very nice. You should have it. If they're available still, you should get them. I know deckled scissors will kind of give you the same effect, but not really, because you might be able to cut perfectly straight with them, but I never was able to. I've moved a whole bunch of my dies into categories out of their sets so that I can quickly get what I want. Now that one's a bit long. Let's check. That one's too short. I do want it to be super skinny, and that one's just right. So we will use that one. Where did you come from? Aha, you came from here. All right, so now we're going to cut this out and stick it on there. I had it kind of curved a little bit, didn't I? But it is going to fit in just fine. All right, I'm going to use my concave. It goes like this, and I have new ones, but I kind of actually like it. It starts gently. It doesn't touch that die until it's already pressing right on it. So I've kind of learned to cope with my wonky plate, and I've actually learned to kind of appreciate its finer messed up qualities. Okay, so that is that. Leave that scrap there. And you go back there. So while we were so the flights went really well. I did not eat adequately while I was we had an hour in between in Denver, but the fact is from getting from one side of the airport to the other, it ended up not really being a whole hour. And I was afraid, I didn't want to be going to the bathroom on the plane. I hate that. You know what I mean? I mean, Jeff and I both, we want to get in our seat. It's just, both ways, it's a 2-hour flight, basically, from here to Denver, and then from Denver to Boise, and a little more than 2 hours. So I can do that. I can do 2 hours without getting up, and I like a window seat, so we're always tucked in behind some passenger, and I don't want to be bothering them. So we get set. And we don't move. But to make that happen, I didn't eat at all. And that didn't work out, because right now with my acid reflux, that's not working well. Oh, that is so cute. I love it. I really liked it. It wasn't too hard to cut out around his hands. It took a little time, but not too bad. One more and we're done. Okay, so these are super, super easy, as you can see. Now for this one, I just took Misty Moonlight. Here's a deckled Real Red. This is actually some random, it has some fern paper. It's actually paper. It's not cardstock. It's not, once in a great while, the designer series paper will actually be paper. It should tell you the weight, but I don't know that it does. And so I've been surprised at times to get actual paper, but this is a linen. And when you emboss this, it looks even better because it is paper. So as long as it's just a light layer on the top, it's quite nice. Doesn't add as much weight to your card when you're mailing it. If I have layer upon layer of cardstock, it gets to be a bit much in the mail. And I think my mailing to anywhere in California right now, they are being really weird. I don't know if it's just my daughter's location or what, but they've returned things that shouldn't have been returned, that our postal guy has had to pay me for because it shouldn't have been returned, and he shouldn't be having to do that. He's just a little local mail drop-off spot. He can't afford to do that, so it's ridiculous. And I did not do the wheels, so let me do the wheels here really quick. I think for speed, I'm going to do these wheels this time. And, and you can, if you want to, you can do these sides. They're pretty cute. I like those sides. That's why I've got it there, because I really liked them. Okay, am I going to really want those wheels? I think I am. This is kind of bold, so I think it'll be okay. But anyway, if you put too much weight in your letters, it used to not be a big deal. You put one of those, what's it called? Maybe I should do my sentiment while I'm here too. Anyway, it can't go through the machine. It can't be sorted that way. But there's a special stamp you can buy that shows them. It's a butterfly stamp. that it has to be hand canceled. But when it gets to it's fine here. But once it gets to California, they just choose not to deliver, and then they return it, and I'm sick and tired of it. So now it's like, well, so I have to send it like super duper package, expensive. We'll do sending loads of Christmas cheer again. And so anyway, I'm just a little bit tired of doing that, but I am going to have to do it, I guess, anyway, from now on, or just always do these little easy to mail cards that have no real layers to them. Jeff has awakened from his nap, so I'm glad I'm nearly done. And then you guys can be released. Go on to your Christmas shopping. Certainly hope you're done. I told Jeff this morning, I think I'm getting another cold. I certainly hope not. I'm afraid I might be, and I'm not at all happy about it, but I might be. We shared our cold germs with I'm sure we did, with our Idaho people. And we were probably fine on the plane because we weren't coughing or anything. Jeff had a bad cough, but he had gotten much better. And so he wasn't coughing anymore on anybody, thankfully. No sneezing, none of that. All of it was just staying in my head. And, oh boy, that part wasn't pleasant. And so when we got home and I was finally getting over it, I was thinking, oh, I think I can sleep a little bit better. That'll help my acid reflux stuff if I can actually sleep. And now that I can breathe again, and then all of a sudden now I'm feeling like, I think I'm getting my cold again. I'm getting another one. So whoop-de-doo. Now you get 2 of these little wheels, and if your magnet is going to cooperate with you, you might be able to cut them out at the same time. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We will see if I can get them done at the same time. Boy, oh, it already shifted on me. Now, you can take your washi tape, tape that down, and go real fast, which is what I like to do. The random, I hope it'll work method. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. This time it actually did. That was a blessing. Okay. And I'll put my little dies away and try to get you to stay on there. You're not staying all that well, but you are a little bit. And then we are almost finished. Now I am going to need something on the top here. So let's go ahead and just do my wheels again. I did not color the center, should, but I'm not going to, just for speed to get done. And anyhow, I hope you like this little set, and I hope some of you have it. If it was an online exclusive, I apologize. It's hard to find those sometimes. There's a tab that says online exclusives, and it shouldn't be that hard to find, but it is. For me anyway. And so anyhow, if you didn't see it and you'd like this set, head on over. You might have a harder time finding me, but I can be found if you just type my name in, Kathy Crow, in Springfield, Missouri. You will find me. If you order a set from me, you will get a gift, but it has to be something that's a $50 or more purchase. Now, I think I ought to say $60, just so that you have a chance for your celebration amount. Because by the time anyone does that now, it's going to be celebration time, and you don't want to miss out on your free gift. There's going to be several things offered, and if you are a new stamper, you will really appreciate them. For those of us who have been doing it a long time, I do think this year's celebration offerings might not generate quite as much enthusiasm. All right, so we're going to do this right at the top. And I was going to put a ribbon on it, but if I did that, I'd have to do that and put the ribbon here. And I'm kind of liking it just centered. It's kind of cute. Just simple. Sometimes simple is nice. So we'll just go with a simple. Sending loads of Christmas cheer. Isn't that cute? So those are our little projects today that we're using these 2 sets actually. And there you go. Sending loads of cheer. And the one that I did earlier with our decorative trees. Very cute. Anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas. Stay warm if it's cold where you are. It is warm where we are and raining and beautiful, although only for people who like gloomy days. But I prefer gloomy to snow by far. And then we are going to be going to our church's Christmas Eve thing next, tomorrow. And that's going to be so fun. I'll really enjoy that. So Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful week. And I will see you in the new year. Bye.